I'm here with Alistair White, and he's going to talk to us a bit about his possible project.
Yes, hello, my name's Alistair, and I've been doing a project out in Vanuatu the last 4 years. This is coming into the fifth year now. Um, the villagers out there actually asked me to come and help them see if they could do pottery and rediscover the old traditions that they've lost out there. And for the last 4 years, I've been going out with some friends in the winter and holding workshops and teaching them the basics. Well, this year I'm proposing to actually send out fire bricks and steel and rebuild a kiln very much like the one that I'm sitting in. This is a wood firing kiln that I've built here to learn about wood fire, and I'm proposing to actually build a wood firing kiln out in Vanuatu to enable them to actually fire the local clay and do it more efficiently than we have been up to date.
Why would you need a generator?
Um, yes, this year's possible campaign is about raising money for a diesel generator, because when I get out to Southwest Bay Malekula in Vanuatu, I need power, because all the steel work that goes into holding this kiln together as it heats and cools, it needs to be put onto the kiln, and the easiest way for me to do that is to weld it up when I'm there. And they don't have a generator that could weld out there, and they also have a need for a generator. The village doesn't have a good generator, so it's something that I can leave in the village and they can use on an ongoing basis and be very useful.
What would the villagers use the generator for?
Um, well, because the village doesn't have a very big generator, um, they've got a building program that they're proposing soon to build a new church, and they could make good use of that generator in the building of their new church. But also the village itself doesn't have much in the way of power. So when they do need power, a generator like this would be very useful. And if it's a diesel generator, they do have a lot of coconuts out there. They could actually probably make their own biofuel. Or I know it is being made in Port Vila, so they would have access to biofuel, which is a good thing. So it's a more sustainable way to get power without going to great expense. This end of the kiln is called the brewery box. This is the actual firing chamber of the kiln. This is where the business end begins and fires. The wood, the fire started on the floor, and when it gets to about 400-500 degrees, we shut the front up, and then we load the wood from above, and it burns down and through the kiln and out the chimney, and it's a very efficient way of firing and doesn't use a great deal of fuel. Yeah, it's very suited to the sort of kiln I want to build in Vanuatu. What I've got here are some moulds that I've made. You can see the carving on the moulds. These are traditional Vanuatu designs, sand drawings, and I use moulds like this to make simple bowls with the Vanuatu patterns in them. And they've been made so that I can make rewards for the Possible program. But they can also go out with me to Vanuatu and they can use them on an ongoing basis to continue making molds for their own use and for tourists.